Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. Before I continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity, of course, to thank everybody who continues to love, support, and share and everything The Public Affair. I love you guys so much for it. Going on 2.5 years of the show. Actually, it's been 2.5 years of the show, and I can't even express my gratitude enough to everybody that supports it to this day. Thank you guys again so much. Of course, to Mike and Allison out there, I think they've turned into a little bit more of divas than I have, because we spent about 15 minutes messing with the cameras. Yeah, they have. Yeah, you guys are more diva than me now. Yeah, okay. But they've been in it since the beginning. Shout out to Rogue Media Network. I appreciate you guys so much. Before we continue with my very, very lovely guest, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by my boy Joe Vera with Four Brothers Construction, that big old snack. He provides custom home designs and renovations. He also focuses on roofing, remodeling, plumbing, tree removal, electrical work, and so much more, darling. Joe and his entire team of delicious, scrumptious men are building affordable dream homes for you. You can call the number on the screen for your consultation. That guy has been supporting me for many, many years, and I truly appreciate him. Joe, thank you for everything you do for me, bro. Truly appreciate you. Of course, my boy Frank Bizo at B&J Refinishing, who focuses on resurfacing bathtubs, counters, sinks, tiles, and more to original showroom quality. He offers 5-year warranty on most work and has the best prices in town. He also has inflatables, a mechanical bull, margarita machines, tables, chairs, a foam machine, and so much more, making all your parties super duper litty kitty. My boy Frank Bizo does it all. The true epitome of a hustler. I love that guy so much. Thank you for all you do for me, bro. I truly, truly appreciate you. Of course, my boy David Santabanez with Linear Real Estate. He's the #1 sales agent in his office. He'll help you buy a home or sell your property. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David with Linear, or call the number on the screen, darling, for all your real estate needs. I can't wait to buy my first house with David. I told him I'm not working with nobody else except him. That guy right there is the GOAT. Love me some David Santabanez. Thank you so much for all the support, bro. I truly appreciate you. Oh my goodness, of course, to Anika Armstrong with Pee Wee's Crab Cakes of Texas, serving the most authentic Cajun cuisine, darling, with a wide selection of signature crab cakes, pasta, seafood, and more. My favorite that I love rolling around in is the crabby seafood pasta. Just tell you that you want fettuccine instead of the penne pasta. I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's amazing. The top recommended is the Southern Fried Catfish Special, served with seafood pasta, potato salad, and 6 fried shrimp. Now, the fish is topped with Houdat sauce. I'm not telling you guys what it is, because you guys know you got to head over to 108 Jim Drive in Hewitt, or order online at orderpeeweescrabcakesonthego.com. To my girl, Anika Armstrong, thank you so much for all you do for me in the Public Affair, girl. I truly appreciate you. Of course, to my boy Juan Morales with Waco Fencing and stuff. Now, Juan builds privacy fences and chain link fences, perfect for all that extra at-home privacy in case you're trying to walk around any type of way, you know what I mean? He also does demolitions, builds wood decks, stone patios, and gorgeous flower beds, darling. You can contact him with the number on the screen for your consultations. And my boy Juan Morales, thank you so much for all you do for me, bro, and all your encouraging words. I truly, truly appreciate you. Oh, and of course, to one of my new sponsors, Waco Made Granite by my boy Jay Perez and Henry Flores. They offer amazing granite quartz countertops, backsplashes, and so much more. Perfect for rentals, flipping homes, or if you just want something new and fresh, darling. That's right. You can also mention this ad for exclusive Public Affair pricing, which is $37 a square foot for level 1 material, darling. That's right. Call the number on the screen for a consultation. Follow them on Facebook at Waco Made LLC. To Jay Perez and Henry Flores, thank you guys so much for being a new sponsor of the Public Affair and bringing us this episode as well. Truly appreciate you guys. And of course, to my boy Enrique Jimenez with Jimenez Bakery, a local bakery specializing in a wide selection of fresh and affordable pan dulces, darling. Oh, they have the best tres leches cake for a party or for yourself. Now, I'm a mocha tres leches whore, and they have the best in town. You can also get a cup of fresh elote if you have a different type of craving. Locations at 1915 Dutton in Waco and 302 West Elm Street in Hillsborough. To my boy Enrique Jimenez with Jimenez Bakery, thank you so much for all you do for me and the Public Affair, bro. I truly, truly appreciate you. All right, guys, so like I said, I've been really, really excited to be having this next guest onto the show. Been sitting on it for quite a while, like I do a lot of the guests, and I felt like the time was finally right. Plus, a lot of people were just like, you got to get her on the show. You got to get her on the show. I didn't think she was going to do it. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think she was going to do it. And she goes, you know what, Andrew, I have a lot to say. I have a lot to get off my chest, and I want to do it on your show. I was honored. She brought me this delicious candle that I'm going to tell you why I needed this in a minute. I needed it the other day, actually. Anyway, without further ado, the mastermind, the owner behind 824 Cents and More, my girl Vera Castillo, is here on The Public Affair. How you doing?
I'm great.
You're giving me fall vibes. Don't be getting all quiet now, right? She was Chatty Cathy beforehand. Okay.
I was like, oh my God.
Yes. Are you nervous now? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. No, a little bit, yeah.
No.
You know, I had the whole throw up vibe when I first walked in. And I was
Did
like,
you?
oh my
Okay.
God.
Did you get like the lump in your throat?
Yes,
Is
I
that
was
what
like,
happens?
Because it's intimidating a little bit.
Is it
but
really?
I'm okay.
No, you just come and you be yourself. That's
There you
it.
go. I was like, you know what? Just be me. Crazy.
That's it. Just be yourself. I think you're gonna do great. You know, it took us about 20 minutes to even get the show started because Vera would not shut up. But no, I'm kidding. That is not what it is. No, but I think, you know, are you that type of person that when you're nervous you talk a lot?
I think so, yeah. I've established that.
No,
Well,
yeah.
it's rare that I get nervous though, because I talk a lot and just in general.
Okay.
But I think I was talking a little bit more than usual today.
I thought it was cute though. I knew that. I was like, oh, she's gonna be great. You know, because you know some people are really nervous to the point where they pause. You know what I mean? You were like, okay, this girl, she's gonna be a natural. Can we give a shout out to Erin Alonso?
Yes.
She did your makeup.
She did my
Yes,
makeup.
she was on the show just most recently.
Love it.
Yes, love that girl. She's amazing.
Sweetest.
And I just have to give a shout out. Okay, this candle. First of all, I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, now this is a vanilla latte candle.
Yep.
Is that? And you made this
Yes.
with. This is with the business that you guys do.
Yes.
Okay, so you make candles. You make scents.
Everything. Candles, room sprays, wax melts, body lotion, soap,
Yeah.
you name it. Anything that smells good, I can make it.
Yes. So you gave me a black, I believe it's black ice.
Black ice.
Yeah, black. I have it on my car still. Every time I spray, but he's like, "What's that smell?" I was like, that's Vera, darling. And let me tell you something. After sex, I don't have a candle.
Oh, you need a candle.
Like the other day, this beautiful, beautiful Latin construction worker came to my apartment, and we made music. And I didn't have a candle, you know, for afterwards, because you know I have safe sex, so it smells like plastic in the room now. Okay, so it smells like plastic and rubber. And I was like, "Fuck, I don't have a candle to." I had to open the windows, and it was 80 degrees. So
We've
now
got to keep you stocked up.
yes, please.
But the thing is though, you gotta light it like before you start.
Okay.
So that way that heat throw is going by the time you're done.
I always do it afterwards.
No, because with the soy,
Yeah.
because these are 100% soy, so they're non-toxic.
Oh, okay.
So they take a little bit longer for the scent to come in.
Got you.
And so you would want to light that one before. So by
Okay.
the time you're done, it just smells amazing.
So while he's on top of me and we're making
hold on, I
sweet,
gotta light the candle.
yeah, sweet music. I mean, excuse, I'm just brewing coffee. That's okay. I just need you to be over here brewing something else. Okay?
There you go.
Grounding something else. Anyway, no. Well, first of all, thank you for coming on to the show. I know, I know that you know, you were excited when I asked you, and I was really excited that you were excited. You know, we met at several local events, and of course, one of the biggest people that I will say that has been pushing for you to be on the show is Fatboy Michelada and Botana, my boy Junior Banda, Jennifer. Yes, they were like, when are you gonna invite Vera? I was like, damn, give me a minute.
I love them. To
Yes, aren't they great?
They are. They're amazing friends.
Yes.
Like I feel so honored just to be a part of their circle.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think they ride for anybody. And you know what else is cute? I always, if you guys don't know, I always ask the guests not to say anything before they come on the show.
Right.
And there's been a couple that spilt the beans, Splash and Chad. But no, but you know, which is fine. But I remember you posting something, and then it was Christina Martinez who was on this show said, "Andrew, when are you gonna have her on the show?" And I wanted to write back and be like, yeah, thank you for not spilling the beans.
So
I appreciate it. Because I think I
so
invited you that day,
you
right?
did.
Yeah, it was that day.
It was
Yeah.
that morning, and I think later that evening she was like, "When are you gonna get her on the show?" And I was like, "Oh, girl."
Oh, did she text you?
Well, we've talked about it before.
Oh, okay.
We're really good friends.
Love her,
And
yeah.
I do too.
Yes.
And I was just like, oh, it's so hard because you want to tell like your close friends.
Yes.
But yeah, I was holding it in.
I break my own rule, girl. Like I be telling my close friends, or you know, at my full time job, like for the guy Louis who sits next to me, I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna have so and so on the show, and he's like, cool. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't care, but I just feel like I need to tell somebody. No, okay. So first of all, can we get to know a little bit about you? So why don't you introduce yourself to us for people who may not know who you are, please, Vera?
Yeah. So I am a mom of 4.
Yeah.
I have been married for over 15 years.
Hot husband, hot. He's hot.
Thank you.
No homo, he is hot.
He's a little younger than me, so
a cougar.
He's 35,
Okay.
and I'm 38.
Do you
so
like
how's
these
that?
during or before?
We've already gotten to that point where we just don't need candles.
Oh, you don't need
anymore,
candles? Well, it probably doesn't smell like plastic and rubber in your room.
There you go. But we have 4 kids, so but yeah, I've been married for over 15 years, and I just own my own business.
Okay.
I wanted to be at home more with my kids, and it was really important for me to spend more time with them. I felt like working full time it wasn't for me.
It's
anymore.
not the tea. Yeah. So you're not working a full time job. You're just doing your business full time now.
So my business is now full time.
That's good.
I worked somewhere for about 7.5 years.
Yeah.
And great place. Like it was time for me to go, you know, and
yeah,
it was just time
sure.
to close that. And it's hard because you think to yourself like, oh my God, I'm going to get rid of my stable income and take on this. It is really scary.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just thought I just got to do it. It's just now or never.
I have to be honest too. I mean, I still work a full-time job and I haven't found any reason to quit though, because they let me leave early to come do this.
There you go.
So it's like it's like having my cake and eat it too. I love it. And the job is not that bad and I get to work with all my friends.
See, including, those are good jobs.
Yeah, including Morrow. He's a little silly buns. All he does is walk around and yell at us.
Mine was a little stressful.
Okay.
So mine was just, customer service is hard. And when you have 4 kids, and then we would work from home because of COVID.
Okay.
So we were home for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh my God, like I would literally get out on my desk and then go in there with my kids.
Yeah, for sure.
And it just got really stressful,
Okay.
especially after my youngest. I was just like, I can't do this.
You can't do this no more. Okay, I got you. You know what? And I want to get more into that later about starting your own business and such, because this right here, you got something going on, girl. Like you guys, I wish you guys can smell this coffee right like through the camera. This is amazing.
It took a while to get there though, Andrew.
Yeah, no, well, I just like, because I thought you brought me a cup of, you got the Dutch Brothers. Shout out to Dutch Brothers.
I love them.
I've not been, but I'm a coffee whore.
You gotta go.
I've got to go. Maybe I'll go after this.
Everyone knows Vera loves Dutch Brothers.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I'm there like twice a day sometimes.
Okay, I'm gonna go try it out. I am. Yeah. I like my homebrewed coffee. But anyway, can we talk to you a little bit about your life growing up? I want to jump right into it because I know that that was part of, not that you were reserved, but you've also, you hold a lot of women's conferences and stuff like that. And I think on the phone when we were talking, you were saying that you normally don't share your story.
Right.
And I really wanted you to on this show. I always like to try and encourage you guys, like, this is a safe place, if you will. Like, I air all my dirty laundry all the time. Like, I can't tell you what the guy's name was from the other day because he asked me to keep it discreet. I hope he doesn't see this and get mad. But you know what I mean? But no, I was like, I think it's going to relate to a lot more people than you think. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people are going to grasp onto it. And, can we dive right into it? Okay.
I think just having the women conferences, my goal was to focus on women to come in and tell their story and just kind of give people the vibe like, hey, you can come from anything and have anything.
Absolutely.
You're not a product of your past.
Of your past, right.
And I just kind of gave everyone the stage.
Okay.
And I just enjoyed listening to it. And in a way, it was humbling for me because I feel like, okay, I'm not the only one that's went through that.
Yes.
But it's really hard to talk. I think more for me because a lot of people that I've had at the conferences, they've dealt more with like relationship issues. And I don't have that.
Oh.
So mine was more like kid. Like as a kid, life was hard.
Yes.
But as far back as I can remember, it's really hard for me to talk about because, it's my mom and the life that she gave us was not great. But I love my mom. My mom was amazing. But you think, holy shit, like you look back at my age and I think, I don't know if I could do that, with my kids.
Okay.
But I don't know what kind of mind frame she was in.
Yeah.
So I wasn't in her situation. But as far back as I can remember, we actually lived in a motel. In Belmead, and I always remember there was like these train tracks behind us.
Yeah.
And every day we would catch the bus to school.
Okay.
So we weren't the only ones that lived there, which was crazy. Like there was other kids that lived in the motel.
Yeah.
So there was a group of us that the bus would pick us up, and in our mind, because we're younger, it's not
that
a
was
big
nothing.
deal.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's still, we would go to friends' houses and you'd see your friends with their own rooms.
Yeah.
And, you'd kind of be like, well, mine is just 2 beds and a TV. Like, what the hell's going on?
What's going on? Yeah.
I think all I had to play with was like 2 Barbies. And my mom really struggled relationship wise. So my mom wasn't like addicted to drugs or an alcoholic or anything like that. She just was in a really bad toxic relationship. And so she was with my stepfather and me and my older sister, we just kind of tagged along everywhere she went. She was kind of like with him, and wherever she went, we'd go.
You guys would go. Okay.
And she was just so in love with him, and he wasn't a very good guy.
Yeah,
you know, he was very manipulative, and he would make my mom just feel like she was literally nothing and needed him. And in the process, it made us feel that way.
Okay.
Like, so we all just needed him.
But he got you guys living in the hotel.
Right. He was living in not even a hotel.
Well,
Andrew, like a motel.
Before I start throwing my little shade, are they still together?
No.
Okay, so I can throw my little shade?
You can throw it all you want.
Okay.
All you want.
So he's acting like he's the best thing since sliced bread, but he got you guys living in the Belmead Motel.
There you go.
Okay, gotcha.
So, and back in the day, they were young. So obviously, we're just like kids. I think I was probably like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Maybe. And we stayed there, and then we kind of bounced around. We lived with my grandparents. Then my grandparents bought a home or invested in a home, and then they gave it to my mom. And so we moved in there. So because of my grandparents, we had a home.
Okay.
So there it was me, my sister, my older brother. He was just kind of coming and going. You know,
Yeah.
he wasn't for that.
He was out there in the streets.
Yeah.
Bellmead or South Waco or North
So
Waco?
we moved in North Waco.
North Waco.
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say, you know, the north side.
There you go.
I'm kidding.
So we moved there. It was nice to have a home because my brother came around a lot more. And my brother was just my rock. You know,
that's good.
My older brother was there. He's still everything to me to this day.
Shout out to him.
And so I think having that house, it just kind of made us feel like we had a home.
Okay.
But it was still drama.
Yeah.
It got worse, I feel like. My stepdad would ride a bike to work every day, and my mom would walk to McDonald's or the cleaners.
Oh, wow.
So my mom would start her day at maybe about 5 a.m. and she wouldn't get home until late in the evening.
Yeah.
And it was pretty rough watching your parents, because at the time I would call him dad. I was young.
Yeah, for sure.
It was pretty rough watching your parents like constantly fight. And he was, I want to say, he was an alcoholic, but to an extent. Like, it wasn't like all week.
Yeah,
but it was like that when he
like when he drank,
it was just horrible.
it was like out of control.
Yeah, like there was no self-control.
So he's an alcoholic.
And he was just shit, you know?
Okay.
And he was just a horrible person. And my sister seen it, my brother seen it, but me, I was just too blind.
Okay.
You know? So I would call him dad and cry and miss him. And he was really just abusive to my mom.
I was going to say, so did you experience a lot of him, like when you say abusive, was he being physically abusive?
Yes.
Or oh, wow, okay.
So it was really bad. I mean, just the things that he would do to her.
Can you recount the first time that he put hands on your mother?
No, isn't that sad?
Wow,
because
really?
I feel like
it was that
happened
often?
So when I was small.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just feel like it never stopped. And he was just a dangerous person to be around. My mom would threaten, to leave, and he would like pull guns on us.
What the fuck?
Can we say that on this show?
Of course you can. You can say whatever you want.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But yeah,
Allegedly.
Okay. There you go.
All right.
But that's really a big topic, something I've never really told anyone.
Wow. Yeah.
So I remember a night where they were arguing. It was just me and my mom. My sister wasn't home. And my mom was like, I can't do this anymore. We've got to go. We've got to leave. So we were not even out of the front door yet. And he pulled it on me. And he was like, if you leave, I'm going to shoot her.
He pulled a gun on you? Oh my God.
So my mom froze, and that's why now I think back and I'm like, why do you ever leave? And I'm like, well, of course she's not going to leave.
Right.
Look at how the things that he would do to her. And we just kind of froze, and we stayed there a while, and she was just like, so I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But she was tired of being beat and tired of being mistreated. And this was my grandpa's house, and we're leaving. And I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't even your house, homeboy.
Right.
But yeah, and we stayed.
Okay.
I remember a time where he was drunk and hitting my mom, and we just snuck out the back door, and we were hiding at the neighbors behind their central air unit, like on the ground, just waiting for the police to come, because he was just out of control.
Wow, really?
So those were things that my sister and I grew up with.
Okay.
Just a lot of, I felt like it was torture almost.
But did he ever, was he ever abusive physically or sexually towards you?
No.
Okay.
So I really feel like he viewed me as his daughter.
Okay.
I think the only encounter we had was that one time. When he was just out of control.
Right.
But I feel like for the most part, he was very father-like towards me, like buy me things or take me to the store. Or he even helped me ride a bike.
Okay.
So that's why I was just so confused, because here this man is mistreating my mom, and I love her to death. She was amazing.
Yeah.
And he was treating me good, and I couldn't. It was like mentally just challenging for me.
For sure.
And my sister, that's a different thing. Just out of respect for her, of course. But he wasn't very good to her.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So my older sister, he mistreated her a lot.
Wow, really?
He wasn't very respectful. And so she never wanted to be home, but I wanted her. I needed her.
Yeah.
So she would stick around. And I always feel like my sister got the most damage from
really?
this, our past. I
Does
really do.
Does she ever, because I know like you didn't really ever talk about it, but does she ever?
She's not very vocal about it. She used to be.
Okay.
So we used to talk about it a lot, actually, to each other.
Yeah.
And that's how I just found out a lot of stuff. But no, she's not very vocal about it. And I think because she just really wants to not relive it. But man, she's like one of the strongest people I know.
Right.
Like,
Can we give her a shout out?
Yeah.
Who is she? Yeah.
She's so my sister Marlena, she's like my babysitter, my rock, like everything.
She got the kids right now, all four of them. Okay. So she can be on the public affair. Thank you.
All the kids.
Yeah, for sure. So what was it? Because, you guys are trying to leave, right? And so stepdad is batshit, okay? And then he's pulling guns on you guys and stuff like that. So how did you guys finally get out of that situation?
So, yeah. It wasn't by choice. So what happened was my mom committed food stamp fraud.
Oh, okay.
So basically what happened was my mom was getting help from the government, but she did not claim my stepfather. So it was me and the kids.
Is she supposed to? I don't know how that works.
So I guess if you have income coming in, you claim everybody in the home.
Oh, like she didn't say he was working.
Right. So basically they're the impression of, well, it's just her and her kids. We're going to give them food stamps. Which he worked at Luby, so I'm not really sure how much money he was.
He was riding a bike to work. She didn't really commit food stamp fraud.
Yeah, like, come on, give her a break.
He had the bicycle, had to air the tires.
Just a mess. So, she committed food stamp fraud. I guess they found out.
Okay.
They ended up giving her, I think like a year, and back then it was a big deal.
Really? I was going to say, a
like
year in like jail? In jail?
Back then it was, no, not jail.
Oh.
They put her in a halfway house.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like back then it was
for
like
committing food stamp fraud?
How many people commit it now? Like, wait a minute.
I was going to say, don't people sell them now? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, but back in the day when I was like 10,
okay.
It was just serious.
That must have been when food stamps was getting lit.
Yeah, it was those little paper ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had food stamps, so I don't know what that means.
The little paper ones.
Okay.
So she committed food stamp fraud.
Okay.
They put her in a halfway house, and then she was supposed to be there for like a year. And during that time, they were going to help her like manage her money, find a job. It was kind of like one of those programs that the government put you in.
Okay.
But you couldn't leave. So you had to, it was literally a halfway house.
Yeah.
So she was there. She wasn't even there like a month, Andrew. And my stepdad convinced her. I was staying with my grandparents because there was no way they were letting me stay with him.
I was going to say, like who were you guys staying with? You're leaving out context. Like, we need to know.
Like, where the hell were you at?
Yeah, okay.
So I was with my grandparents. Me and my sister moved in with my grandparents. The most peace we've ever had in forever, obviously.
I'm sure, yeah.
But yeah, he basically helped her escape. He pulled up one night, she ran out, and they left. She never went back.
Nobody ever like found them?
So, well, yeah, they found her.
Oh, okay.
So, she was probably out for a few more months.
Okay.
And I went with her. My sister was like, "No, I'm not going. I'm staying with grandma and grandpa. If you want to go, you can go." Well, I was so young, so of course I'm gonna go. It's my mom.
Right.
So they came and they got me. I left with them. My grandmother was so upset. She was just like, "You're ruining your life.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't care about you."
Right.
But he needed her.
Okay.
He needed her to make him feel better about himself.
Yeah, for sure.
Without her, he was really nothing because he was nothing. So he needed somebody that needed him. And I think it drove him crazy that my mom wasn't there.
Okay.
So he would do anything to have her. So he got her. We moved into a little kind of like an apartment upstairs. And I think we were there a few months, and man, here comes the police.
Oh wow, really?
Heck yeah!
Looking for your mom or for?
Yes, for my mom. They're like, "Look here, lady, you're wanted."
Yeah.
You were basically escaped.
Yeah, for sure.
You escaped from a halfway house. That's So guess what? You get to go to prison for 3 years.
Yeah, for sure.
So they took her, and she went to prison for 3 years.
Oh wow!
And during that 3 years, a lot happened.
Okay.
So a lot.
Wow. Okay. Gosh. Okay. You know what? I want to talk about what happened.
Yes.
Okay, so if we can get into it, we're going to take a quick little break, okay? And when we get back, I want to know what happened during the time your mother was in prison for 3 years for food stamp fraud, which is still sounds crazy to me, okay? Of course, I want to get into your business, 824 cents and more and more. So when we get back, you guys, we're going to have more Vera Castillo, so make sure you guys stay tuned in here on The Public Affair. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this really, really great episode of The Public Affair with my girl, Vera Castillo. Before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by my girl, Juliana Resendez with JR Renovations. She's a general contractor specializing in commercial businesses and residential homes. She's a true queen, leveling that playing field, darling, in a male-dominated industry. We got to catch up the other day. That woman, let me tell you something. That woman had a wall of shit fall on her, and she's still standing tall. Okay? I love me some Juliana Resendez. That's all I'm going to say. She don't let nothing stop her. Keep doing your thing, girl. Thank you so much for being a longtime sponsor of The Public Affair. Of course, the Julian and Ana Banda with Banda's hauling service. They rent dump trailers. You fill it up, and they haul it away. If your car breaks down, you need an affordable tow. He's got you as well. He came and got me that one time. Also do junk removals, tree brush removals, and haul cars in and out of town. You can book that with the number on the screen to Banda's hauling service. Julian and Ana Banda, you guys guys know I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you so much for being longtime sponsors of The Public Affair. Of course, the Embrace Fitness with my girls Lisette Luna and Amanda Switzer. They teach group fitness classes, darling, that are fun and dynamic. They specialize in total body workouts by Xcolat and by Jackie. And Zumba Step classes are Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. You can also contact them to rent the building for parties and small events. My girls Lisette Luna and Amanda Switzer, thank you ladies so much for all you do for me and The Public Affair. I truly, truly appreciate it. Of course, the Alley's Drive-In with Alexis and Diana Rivas. Oh, that sounds like a good place to stop after this, right? Because they're right up the street. They're a convenience store located where the old Kobe's is in South Waco, 2105 Dutton Avenue. You can stop by for delicious snacks or a cold drink. Now, if you need a beer for yourself or for a party, they got a wide, huge freezer stocked with a selection of ice cold beer for you. And every Friday is Enchilada Friday. They have somebody back there making homemade enchiladas. Get it with the pig's feet. I know it sounds gross, but it's not. Get it with the pig's feet. And they also have lots of different types of snacks and everything. They stop by this monumental and convenient spot in South Waco today. To Alley's Drive-In, thank you guys so much for being longtime sponsors of The Public Affair. Of course, the Parkway National Insurance, my girl Nancy Pulsini, who provides insurance for all commercial trucks and tractor trailers, and also for all contractors along with home and auto insurance. Basically, all your insurance inquiries, hit up my girl Nancy Pulsini at Parkway National Insurance and Habla Español. Thank you to my girl Nancy Pulsini for being a longtime sponsor. Of course, to Elite Barbershop with my boy Sid Rodriguez, located on Hewitt Drive. You can call the number on the screen to book or download the Squire app. Walk in or welcome as well. He also has Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Clint Fletcher, and Isai over there making you look as snickish as I have been looking for more than 120 episodes. What's up? What's up? My boy Sid Rodriguez, thank you so much for all you do for me in The Public Affair, bro. I truly appreciate it. All right, guys, we're going to get right back into it with my girl Vera Castillo with 824 cents and more. She's just getting into, I would say, the meat of the abusive past that she had to endure. Here we go, guys. All right, Vera. So before the break, you were just telling us that your mom just got sentenced to 3 years of prison for committing food stamp fraud. Right. Okay. What was going on after that?
So we moved in with my grandparents.
Okay.
My stepfather moved in with his mom.
Okay.
And life just whirlwinded. I had an uncle in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really close to my cousin, his son. We were about the same age.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to go with them. I think I wanted a new start.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was young. I was probably, I don't know, like 10 or 11.
Okay.
But I wanted to get out of here.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to be here anymore. My mom had gone, and that was a really hard thing for me.
For sure.
So I went and I lived with my aunt and uncle in San Antonio. And my sister, she still stayed here with my grandparents. I think when she went to my grandparents, that was it. She didn't leave until she married. But and I don't blame her.
She was cool. Yeah. This is the one that was going through.
Right.
That we're not. Okay.
And my brother got married. And he started having babies, so he started his own family.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I just like, wait, where's my brother? So he was starting his own family and just kind of starting his life.
Gotcha.
And so I went to San Antonio. I was in San Antonio for probably about a year.
Yeah.
And things were really bad.
Yeah.
So my grandfather is everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
He was the man who hung the moon.
Yeah.
And so when I moved, my grandfather always wanted to make sure I was good.
Yeah, for sure.
And so he would send, money monthly to my aunt and uncle for me and just making sure that I was well taken care of.
Yeah.
I'd never been spanked in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been hit or anything like that. When I moved to San Antonio, I began to experience abuse.
Wow.
So
from your family?
From my aunt and uncle. Right.
From your aunt and uncle, okay.
My aunt and uncle, I really contemplated on saying this,
okay.
but I thought to myself.
It happened.
Well, it's just, I don't forgive them, which is really sad.
Okay.
You should forgive and move on.
No, but don't go there with me. Okay.
Yeah, but I think the only people I find so hard to forgive is them. And I think they feel that. I don't really conversate much with too much of my family, which is really crazy, but I think it's because no one was ever there.
Yeah, for sure.
But I moved there and I started experiencing just spankings, in general. But they were like really bad.
Right.
I can recall a time where my cousin and I were running around the kitchen table just playing.
Yeah.
And my aunt would give my uncle is my mom's brother.
Okay.
She would give him this look like, you need to take care of it.
Oh, wow.
And she had her mother living there. Man, they're going to hate me after this show.
Well, listen.
Listen, it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
But it happened.
It happened. Just real quick so I can interject. A lot of, I think it's safe to say, like, let's just talk on behalf of Hispanics, because you and I are both Hispanic. And so they never want to talk about the past. Right. They never want to talk about the shit that they did to us. Yeah. You know what I mean? They don't. You know, I've had guests on this show that, you know, their parents called me and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like,
uncle are going to call you. I'm kidding.
No, please don't. Please, I really don't have the time. And uncle. I have not, listen, I don't know you guys. Okay. Listen, don't. Please. I'm looking at both cameras. So I am busy, bitch. Okay. No, anyway.
Okay. You know, it's fine. It was something that I really discussed, and I felt like it was.
How bad did it get, though? Was it?
It wasn't like to beat me like till I was unconscious.
Yeah.
But my aunt and her mother lived with her.
Okay.
She hated my guts.
Really? Okay.
I'd never experienced someone hating me so much.
Okay.
And I was so young. It was like, what in the world could I possibly be doing to you to make you hate me that much?
Right.
But she just hated it. I would talk and she hated
it.
Anything I did. So she'd give him that look like, hey, you need to handle it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I recall a time where he would spank us with belts on our butt. Mm-hmm. And one day it rained and they had an old wooden rocking chair. You know, those big wooden rocking chairs. Big, thick backs. Well, it had fell apart. So he used that back part as a paddle.
Oh, wow.
And he took me to the room and he spanked me and he hit me so hard I fell to my knees and he busted me in my back.
Oh, wow.
And I think that was the last straw for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
You know, like this is not okay.
Well, you came over here to find a different route in life.
Because they bribed me practically. They're like, hey, you can be a cheerleader, you can be in drill, and like all this.
But you know what?
Life.
You know what drives me crazy too? Like, so the stepdad never hit you.
No.
Your mother never hit you.
Right.
What the hell is wrong with these people to think that they can, you know, I mean, I guess I understand the rule. Like, okay, you're living under my household, it's my rules. Right. But you're putting your hands on somebody. Yeah. If your mother doesn't even put her own hands on you. First of all, where's dad?
So I don't know who my real dad is.
Oh my God, really?
Right. So my mom was a thought back then, I think. Cause like, listen, I would ask her and she'd be like, I don't know. But my sister and my brother know who their dad is. I think when my mom left my sister and my brother's dad, she kind of was like...
Wait, do you want to find out?
No.
Really?
Because we'll get there.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm jumping around. We need 2 hours. Okay.
Hold on. My dad, who I call dad, he's going to watch this and be like, she don't need nobody.
Okay. Now, this is not the stepdad. No. You have a different dad. And it's not the uncle.
Right.
Okay. Gotcha.
No. So... Anyway, it beat the life out of me practically.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
They beat the confidence out of me, I think.
For sure.
I went there with confidence. I wanted to be a cheerleader. I wanted to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
My aunt would watch what I ate.
Okay.
Because I'm a big girl. My mom was big. So we were a little heavy. And so she didn't like that. And she wouldn't accept it. So she would limit my food.
Okay.
I remember one time I was eating cream of mushroom soup. It's like my favorite back in the day.
Yeah.
Kid can, I don't know.
Yeah.
After school snack. I cooked it, put it in a bowl, sat down at the table, and she went and got water and poured it in my bowl and stirred it because she said it was too thick and made me eat it.
But the water's gonna
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was just like, what is wrong
What's
with these
going
people?
on? Yeah, for sure.
So there's little things like that.
For sure.
They hated my guts.
Okay, gotcha.
She just hated me.
So you just took off, yeah.
Well, I told my grandpa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I called him and I was like, Grandpa, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
I can't be here anymore. I'm going crazy. So he called and he was like, you bring her home now. And they're like, no, we're not bringing her home. My grandma was blind.
Yeah.
My grandpa had no legs.
Okay.
They were both diabetics.
What?
But they were like straight up G's.
Yeah, for sure.
They were the backbone of the family.
Yeah.
And whenever we needed anything, they were. So yeah, we had a friend.
Okay.
Her name was Martha.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Martha. For real.
What's up, Martha? Okay.
Martha, you're the one. You're the MVP.
Really? Okay.
She was like, look here, you're not going to take this stuff anymore. I'm going to go pick you up, have your stuff packed. You're going home.
So she drove from Waco?
No, she lived in San Antonio.
Oh, she lived in San Antonio.
She was a family friend who lived in San Antonio. And she was like, no, you're not doing this. I had told her too. So yeah, I packed up my stuff and I came home. And I just waited for my mom to get out.
Okay, got you. In
the process of that time frame, so it was probably two more years. I lived with my grandparents and happy. Spoiled. My stepfather died.
Okay.
So I don't know how he died. So just speculation. So I really wouldn't say. But he passed. I don't think he was living the best life after my mom left.
Probably not.
Obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
So he died. And my mom met a man who was a family friend of ours for like quite a while.
Yeah.
And they started writing letters, and then he started to go see her.
Oh, that's cute.
Right? It's like jail love.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. But yeah.
That's my dream. I can't wait for somebody to get out of jail. And I'm their one true love. You know.
Listen, she was it.
Yeah, for sure. And okay.
when she got out, he had a home for us. Had a car for her.
Oh, wow.
Had a bedroom for me.
Yeah.
Bedroom set. Everything.
This is your dad.
This is my dad.
The stepdad dad.
Jesse.
Like, okay. Shout out to Jesse.
He loved my mom. And he wanted to give her the life that she never had.
Yeah.
So he brought her home, and I moved in with him. And it was just like a good, happy family type life.
Yeah.
And it was almost surreal.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my God, like I have a mom and a dad.
This
like,
is
this
crazy.
is so
Well,
cool.
you've been through so much in your life up until this point.
And I was just going to high school.
Oh, okay.
So my dad would take me skating. And, my mom would be like, don't take her skating. She's in trouble. So my mom would go to work, and he would drop me off and then pick me up. And then as I got older, I loved going out when I turned 18. Okay. And so I would say, and then when I would go out, I'd be like, oh, I want money to do this or to that. My mom like, I'm not giving you money to go out. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just get a guy to buy me a drink or whatever. And my dad's like, no, here you go.
Oh, so he
was the MVP in my mom's life, for sure. He was a great guy. I feel like God blessed her. Yeah. She grew a lot in prison as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
She grew as a woman. She grew with confidence. She was just a totally different person when she got out. Right. And I think she owned up to the life that she gave us, and she felt really bad.
Did you guys ever talk about it? Like,
no.
Really?
No. And I think that's probably why I don't talk about it, because I never had that conversation with her.
Now, she's no longer with us.
She's passed.
She's passed on. Do you have any regrets not having that conversation with her? Do you feel like there's a void?
I don't.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy.
Okay.
Because I feel like I wanted her to enjoy these last years of her life.
Yeah.
That why bring up that horrible,
past.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, it was just really difficult for her, so I can only imagine.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, I need a minute.
No, you're good.
We'll get there. But
no, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, for sure. Vera, can I just ask you though, with the mom passing, and then, you guys never had to talk about it. And I want to go back to you saying that, how you've never met your biological father.
Right.
Okay. So do you know like zero about him, or have you ever tried to want to look, or?
So there's a guy that my aunt always says is my dad.
Yeah.
He's passed or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So they've talked about, oh, well, you should look into it. He's probably left you something. And I'm just like, I don't want anything from him. Like I just.
Do you have resentment? Like, was he not in part of your life on purpose? Or?
Yeah, right. So from what I understand, he found out my mom was pregnant. And because my mom was Hispanic, his father didn't want him to have anything to do with her. Okay. So.
Was he white?
White.
Okay.
And so I think that's lived with me. So if that is true, it's like, why? Okay. Why meet him?
Yeah, but I feel like you deserve the real answers, though. You know what I mean?
Like, how were you at when I was going through all this?
Yeah, you went through a lot of shit. Right. You know what I mean? And maybe you can't reach out to him now.
Right.
Now you think he's dead.
Right.
So he may not be dead.
Possibility.
Girl, we're gonna find her dad if he's watching the show.
I know.
Please. What if he's one of the guys that slid in my DMs and now I'm your dad?
Oh my God.
Now I'm your dad. I'm kidding. Oh my God, that was inappropriate. Vera, with all the abuse and everything that you went through, and I see you getting emotional when you talk about your mother and stuff like that. So I didn't mean to take it there.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, no, okay.
It's with anyone.
First of all, thank you for breaking down your walls with us. With all the things that you went through, you seem like you got a really good head on your shoulders. Right. You're raising 4 kids. You're married to this very snackish man. You know what I mean? Like, how did you pull it all together and lead an opposite life? Because a lot of people in those circumstances use that as is just, now my whole life is going to be shit.
A statistic.
And you turned it around. Exactly.
I definitely didn't want to be that. I didn't want to be a statistic.
Okay.
People always go towards that. It's like, I have this really bad past, or I grew up really bad, and that's why I'm here.
For sure.
And I always want to say, no, that should be why you're not there.
Right, right. Like, who wants to live like that again? Their whole life.
Yeah, and I think it's because I don't hit my kids.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay.
So I don't spank my kids. I don't believe in it. I know, and I don't knock parents who do. So because when I say that, parents are like, I knock the shit out of my kid, or I'll slap the shit out of my kid. And that's fine. To each their own. But no disrespect. Yeah. But I don't spank my kids. And the reason is because I felt like I got hit enough and I learned nothing. I felt like I was just not loved, not cared about. Instead of saying, hey, why are you running around the kitchen table? You're going to bust your damn head open. Okay. Sit down. Yeah. Instead of saying that, me saying, oh, I don't want to bust my head open. Yeah. You just take me and whoop me, and then what? What do we learn from that? Okay, I got you. So with my kids, I really try to have conversation with them. Why? What do you think you're going to get out of doing that? Right. What was the reason for you doing that? I need answers. Why you think that was okay or appropriate for you to do that, and why it's not. And I feel like that's a better way for my kids to learn and be respectful, is if I have, and even with my 4-year-old, we'll have that conversation. And he's 4. So do you find it effective so far? Very. Yeah. So what the husband thing? He's all for it. He is. Yeah. Okay. We should have brought him too. He's funny. Yeah. Jose's real laid back. He's real chill. Okay. He lets me handle it. Okay, got you. Okay. And it's not because he doesn't want to deal with it. I think it's more because I have this method, this way, and it works. And he doesn't want to mess it up. Now, there's times when my kids are like not listening, and he's like, hey, what did your mom say? Yeah, for sure. But most of the time, it works pretty good. Okay. I guess I'll try that. I was getting my ass whooped. I was that kid growing up. I always talked back. I always talked back, so my dad was always tearing my ass up, right? Yeah. But even after that ass whooping, I was still talking back. Yeah, so I guess you're right. It's not that I didn't learn anything, but it's because I know that in the battle between me and my parents, no matter what it is, I know I'm always right. There you go. That's Jose. So maybe we should have had him on the show. Yeah, we should. I know I'm always right, Dad and Mom. Anytime they were whooping my ass for talking back, and I would do it again because I'm like, I just know that I'm right, and you're still wrong. You can whoop my ass all you want, but I'm still right. That would be that would be Emma. That would be my hero, for sure. She's one of those kids where I told her teacher one day, you can move. She's like me. You can move her wherever. She's still gonna talk. Okay, that's it. That's just it. That's just the person she is. Have you found any challenges in raising a family of 4 with everything that you've been through? Heck yeah. Yeah. For sure. When my kids spend the night places, I find myself sometimes saying, how was it? Were you comfortable? Did anyone make you feel uncomfortable? Were they arguing? Okay. There's things that I catch myself asking. And I hate putting my kids on the spot like that. Okay. Because they don't get it. They don't. Right. They haven't grown up in that type of a lifestyle. They might understand. So, I don't want to do it, and I try really hard not to, but it just comes out. And sometimes I feel bad because it could be anywhere, like family. For sure. And for me to ask that, it's like, oh, am I wrong? Yeah. But at the same time, I need to make sure my kids are okay. Okay, for sure. And safe. So, yeah, I think that past still creeps up on me a lot. It does, yeah. Hey, do you feel safe? Do you feel comfortable? Where'd you sleep? Right. Things like that. Have you spoke to the aunt and uncle that were hitting you? Yes. So we talk, recently I haven't talked to them. It's been a while. Yeah. When we would go to San Antonio, we would visit for a few minutes, maybe. I think I have a lot of grudges towards my aunt and uncles. Do you? Yeah. Vera, I don't find yourself addressing these problems. Right. Do you feel like you want to? No. You don't? No. So you're not even interested? No, okay. I'm not. I don't want to make peace with the situation. And I know that sounds crazy because I get it. But there comes a point in your life where you just let it go. I burned the bridge and I don't want to cross it. Okay, got you. So, people say don't burn the bridge. You might have to cross it one day. No, I'm okay. No, we good. We're good. Just real quick, I say the same thing about my brother. Somebody was, my brother's in jail. Yeah. And he's been in jail for the last 7 years. And I think he's got 3 more years before probation. Otherwise, he's serving 20. And I haven't talked about what he did, but somebody was, are you sure you don't, what if something happens to him in prison? You're going to regret it. And I just have no feeling. It's like if I met somebody outside right now who I've never met before, that's how I feel about him. It's just that's just how it goes. You know what I mean? You're okay with life. I'm glad that you said that because I thought I was being selfish. It's not interesting. It messes with your peace. It does. It really does. It messes with you. And that's not fair. It's almost like you're bringing that trauma now and you're like, wait a minute, they don't deserve for sure that. I love them. Yeah. Okay. I love all my family. Yeah. When my mom got sick, they told her she had kidney failure. Okay. She was not going to make it. Right. I think I was 19, 20. Okay. I had met Jose. Yeah. We were just friends at the time. And he would come over and we would watch movies and just
make out.
No.
Oh, okay. Just watch movies.
I didn't like him like that.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I didn't like him. I thought he was ugly, and he didn't like big girls. So we were like not for each other. You know what I mean?
What the hell? Yeah. How'd that work out? Right? 4 kids later.
I'm telling you.
Okay, y'all been busy.
We just didn't click. You know, but we were really good friends.
Okay, got you.
And I think when she got sick, it really, well, let me back up a little bit, because when I lived with my mom,
Michael's like,
okay. Let me get back.
My
Okay,
mic
let me
fell.
catch my train of thought,
Okay.
we're
My
gonna be
mic fell.
jumping all over the place.
Go.
Okay. So whenever I met Jose, we were friends.
Yes.
I lived with my mom. He would come, hang out, whatever. And my mom got sick.
Yes.
My mom got sick around the time me and Jose started to like each other.
Okay.
And so I think it was a lot of, he was there.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
for
he
sure.
was really there for me.
Okay.
And he was there in the most time of need.
Right.
It's just, I was falling apart. I was going to lose my mom.
Yeah.
And she got sick, but we had plenty of time,
to
make memories.
Most
I think
definitely.
they gave her like 3 or 4 years. And it was hard to accept at the time, but I thought, 3 or 4 years is better than 1.
Yeah.
So I dated Jose. I took my mom everywhere. My mom lost her legs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Due to diabetes.
Yeah.
So she was kind of like my grandfather. And I was just like a taxi cab for her and let her live life and just enjoy it and have fun. And I loved my mom. We had a great relationship. Her, me, my sister, my brother, we loved life together.
Definitely,
it was nice. And I'm so grateful that she was able to experience a happy life before she died.
Especially towards the end.
Right.
Especially everything.
She got really sick. So we got married June 7th of 2007.
Don't forget that now.
And at the time we were about to get married, my mom was admitted to the hospital.
Okay, got you.
And my mom was supposed to be there at my wedding, but she couldn't. And my dad was supposed to walk me down the aisle.
Right.
We made the decision that we were not going to leave my mom by herself.
Okay.
While I was getting married.
Right.
And my mom wanted me to get married. She did not want me to cancel my wedding.
Okay.
So we had this huge wedding. And my dad did not walk me down the aisle. My uncle did.
Oh, wow.
The one
that was hitting you. Okay.
Right. And it really bothered me. So I felt like he walked me down the aisle with pride because he helped raise me. And I thought, and you know what he did? He had a freaking Bluetooth in his ear. Like it was the damn CIA.
What the fuck?
Yes. I was like, what in the world
Who
is
are you talking to, bitch? Hang on.
Okay. I was like,
back when Bluetooth was that
it was
the earpiece,
huge. And he walked me down the aisle, and I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? Poor Jose's family was probably like, what in the hell is going on here? So he walked me down the aisle. I had the wedding of my dreams without my mom, and it was really, really horrible.
It was bad.
I didn't enjoy it, and it sucks to say that, but I didn't really enjoy it too much. I thought about her the whole night.
Yeah, for sure.
But Jose had fun.
Okay.
He got drunk. He had fun.
Yeah, there you go.
But Jose was 19 when we got married.
Okay.
And I'm 4 years older than him.
Oh, nice.
Wait,
yeah.
He's 35, 36, 37, 38. 3 years older than me.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, he was a baby.
Yeah, for sure.
He had fun.
He had a good time. Yeah. You know what? Goodness. Again, it sounds like you have a really good head on your shoulders, unbeknownst to everything that you've been going through in your life and stuff like that. And now you run your own business. Right. Okay. We got the two. Oh my God, I said something else. 824 cents and more. Yeah. Okay. So walk us through about what you do with that company, please, if you don't mind.
So the company actually originated just at home. My son is really allergic to candles that have paraffin in it. So paraffin, it's like a toxin.
Oh, okay.
So he would sneeze a lot, runny nose, eyes of water, things like that. So
this smells amazing, by the way.
I'm gonna make soy candles. Soy candles work.
I was gonna say, and this kind of makes me hungry, actually.
Yeah, they do.
It looks like a little dessert. Yeah, this is cute.
That's good. That's a good thing.
For sure.
A lot of people say, sometimes I'm burning your candles, and my husband will come home and ask me what I'm baking.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
It's the candle.
Yeah, so you make the non-toxic stuff. Okay, gotcha.
So it was more based for him. So 8/24 is my son's date of birth, August 24th.
Oh, cute.
So that's what it's named after. Because it's for him, so that was the reason.
Yeah.
And I just made it for family and friends, and it just kind of went from there.
That's it. Okay. And you do a lot of local events, so we can catch you at most local events and stuff like that. Definitely. And you take orders. You do lives.
Right. So I do lives. I have a website.
Yeah.
We do orders on Facebook, Instagram. We do pop-ups.
Yes.
So yeah, we're legit.
And with that company, you guys I should say you, or whoever helps you, puts on floating mercados, right?
Right.
Okay.
So I work with Dietrich at the Hispanic Commerce.
Okay.
He actually is in charge of the floating mercados, and he allows me to help him.
Oh, got you.
So
okay.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I went to that, girl, let me tell you something. I met the Conrad and Perla over there.
Oh, yes.
Okay, Del Real.
I love
now,
it.
It was 107. Oh, wow. I went to support y'all. But girl, it was a little toasty outside.
I brought you water.
You brought me plenty of water. And I was trying to eat at every station. We had Taquisa Palacios out there. Fat Boy Michelada was out there. Osa's Barbecue was out there. All these great food vendors were out there. And I was
wonderful.
Yes. And I was like, I don't know, man.
It was nice. It came out really good.
For sure. It did come out
I'm really
good.
big on small businesses.
I was going to say,
The Hispanic Commerce has allowed me to help. And I really take it serious. Yeah. Yeah, it's really important to me.
Yeah, you're all but I've seen you be very vocal too.
Right.
About people, who might maybe not have the same views as when it comes to supporting local businesses and stuff like that, or people who aren't paying on time.
Right.
Do you ever find like those types of things can negatively affect your business and your brand?
No. So I really limit what I say, and I try to sound as professional as possible.
Girl, you be popping off. Girl, you be popping off. Shut up. Okay.
Like, here goes Vera again.
Look at what she put.
But you know what? I really try to be good to people.
Okay.
So that's my main thing is like.
You've always been very kind. I will say that. Yes.
I really try. But I don't let them run over me,
Oh, you
gotta
can't.
draw that line.
You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people will take advantage of you.
Absolutely.
And one thing I don't like is, for small businesses just in general, and I speak for pretty much all of us.
Okay.
This is our job.
Right.
This is how we support our family.
Don't be asking me no discounts.
So, no, and it's okay. Sometimes people want to, it's friends mostly, but I really don't get too much of that. I think what bothers me most is when people will shop and take the last of things I have and then not pay. And it's like, wait a minute, like, I told you it's my last one. Someone else wanted it.
So you don't take the payment first?
No. So on my lives, people will claim things.
Oh.
And then I invoice them that night.
Oh,
and
okay.
So I usually give like 24 hours to pay the invoice.
Okay.
So pop-ups, of course, they pay up front.
Girl, keeping up with invoices, like that is not the tea. I can't stand it. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Jose, because he deals with a lot of stuff like that. He invested in my business a lot.
Well, tell Jose to get one of his little cousins or something that needs a man's in their life to come do my invoices. Because damn, keeping up with them is tough. It's a lot tougher than you think. Yeah.
And then tax season comes, it's like, whoa.
Well, shout out to Kaylin, girl. She got me.
There. I need to get one of them.
Yeah, Kaylin.
Yeah, but he just, I don't know. It's just hard for people who take advantage of other businesses.
Okay.
And it's even worse when it's a person who owns a small business and they don't pay you.
I'm sorry. I'm just obsessed with the color. Has it affected a lot of your friendships then?
No.
Okay.
So I don't really, to be honest with you, Andrew, I really don't have like enemies. Or that I know
That's good, yeah.
I really don't have people I feud with.
Okay.
I don't have people that I feel disrespected by, or I don't want to work with them, or I'm just.
That's good.
I accept people for who they are.
That's
like
good.
my aunt and uncle, I don't disrespect them,
right.
but I don't speak to them often.
Just
kind of draw that line.
Well, and then anything that you say is really your truth. So who's gonna hold that over your head? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like why we got to be mad at you?
You don't get to choose.
This was my experience.
If you hurt me or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
thank you.
I think it's just I've grown.
Yeah.
Because in the past, man, I was hood.
Really?
Yeah. It's like me and my best friend used to ride listening to like Charlie Boy and
make out with random boys from South Waco.
No, we weren't really thoughtin', but we were really gangster.
Yeah,
ghetto. But we just me and my best friend, man, we've been riding since I was 8.
Good for you. Hell yeah! Shout out to Nicole.
Yeah. And my Charlotte. Like I have a circle,
Yeah,
and
sure.
these people are like just my legit circle. And I have 2 really amazing friends. I added another, my friend Amanda, and these are the people that I really confide in.
Keep them close and stuff like that.
And everyone else is still good people to me.
Yeah, for sure.
I have that circle I trust, and I don't go outside of that circle.
I got you. That's what's up, Vera. I hate that we're almost running out of time, but I only have a few more questions. I think it's safe to say a lot of people view you as like in a leadership role, if you will. Do you know what I mean? Like somebody who fights hard for small businesses, especially as it pertains to Latinos, whatever. You know, with that, you know, especially as it pertains to like the women's conferences that you hold, a lot of women look up to you. I know a lot of women have reached out to me and asked you to be on the show because you represent them and stuff like that. How do I put this without sounding like an asshole? Do you? You may not consider yourself okay. So like somebody called me Hispanic leader the other day, right? And I told him, it was actually my friend Dominic Villa. He was on the show, and I was like, you know, I'm just really slutty. Then my girl Mary Jane says, Andrew, you know, you're the king of the code. I think she was just joking, but I was like, girl, I'm just really slutty. I mean, I think it's really great that we become
just out here living.
You know what I mean? I'm just doing me. I'm just like whatever. Do you feel like there's false representation of leadership in our city?
Yes, I do. I think a lot of people don't get credit for how hard they go for the city.
Okay.
I have this feeling where if you like Andrea with the commerce.
Okay.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She doesn't really get that much credit. And I applaud her for her hard work and her dedication to the Hispanic community. Yeah. She goes above and beyond, and that's something that the Hispanic commerce has not had in a while, whether we like to say it or not.
Oh, darling. Let me take a little sip of my tea on that one.
And I feel like we really got to give her credit.
Okay.
Because she goes hard for us.
Yeah, for sure.
And she's pushed me. And I've had a lot of people really inspire me. So when people say, oh, you know, Vera, you're empowering. For sure. You know, and things like that. I don't see myself like as this bad person, like a bad bitch or whatever. You know, I'm just me. And I win by everyone else winning. Like I get happiness from seeing other businesses thrive. I get happiness from seeing people do good. I want to help anybody and everybody I can. Like that's just how I am. Right. And I respect a lot of women that own their own business and they go through a lot of hardship. Christina, you know, she works her ass off. Okay. And Gracia with a little of grace.
Oh yeah, we used to work out together.
I love her.
She's hot, and so is her husband.
Inspiring to me.
Super hot. Yes.
There's just so many people that inspire me and make me want to do great things. Yeah, for sure.
I agree with you. I think that some people are not good, and that's why I like this show because I always reach out to those people.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
It's so true because there's people I've never heard of that are on the show, and I'm like, man, they're legit.
They're lit, right? Yeah.
I love it.
I love it. You know what I mean?
And it's sad that we've gone to that point where we forget the little people like us. Like, hey, we make this. Like, we make. If it wasn't for us, we wouldn't have these events and things like that.
Yeah, I can't really say too much on my behalf because I might get sued. But I told Mike I was gonna be nice.
Be nice, yeah. Like thumbs up. Be nice.
I'm not gonna say no names, darling. But yeah, no, we did have a conversation. Dominic and I, we really did have a conversation about that the other day because we do think that there's people who anyway.
It's the same people all the time, and you really got to think outside the box. Let's just put it that way. There's other people in this city that do great things.
I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. No, I'm going to shut up. Okay.
Yeah. And I applaud you for bringing all of us on.
Yeah, it's really listen, listen, you guys, every person that I've had on this show. Okay, let me rephrase. I'd say about 90% of the guests that I've had on this show. You guys, I would say about 95% of the guests that I've had on this show. You know, honestly, like we're all just over here trying to make a little name for ourselves. You know what I mean? But there's just something that I saw the other day that really ruffled my feathers. And when I think of Hispanic leadership, I think of like the Dominic Villas who you know, advocate for mental health when it was a taboo in our community. You know what I mean? I think of the Adrian Fajardos that go hard for the education and inner city youth. Do you know what I mean? I don't think of people who line their families, but you know, but we're just gonna keep it there. Anyway, Vera, you know, I'm just gonna keep it there. You know, and I can go on for more, but I would rather just us remain in the background then if that's the case.
Yeah, because I don't want to be too spotlightish.
I don't want to be grouped with somebody that sells a false narrative of leadership. Exactly. I just don't. You know, I'd rather be over here slutty and on the public affair than let me do me. You know what I mean? But I did call Mary Jane the queen of the code because I really, you know, she's a bad bitch. Okay, she is. Okay. No, okay. God, I hate. I hate that we're giving up. Okay, so we got the women's conferences that you're doing. What is it? Once a
So we do them like we try to do them every 3 months.
Yes.
Or every 3 months we try to have one. And I try to change it up as much as I can.
Yeah.
Girls.
Okay, got you. Yeah, so now, since this episode's airing, do you feel more comfortable sharing your story at the women's conferences and stuff?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you should open up more. Yeah. Because you can I just be honest with you? I think that you have a lot that you need to get off your chest. I do. I think there's a lot of things you want to say to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I know, sometimes you just gotta, I'm the type of person, Vera, that I need to release. Do you know what I mean? Like, I got something, we're gonna talk about this.
The women conferences were not a thing for me for a while because I did one. And I had someone accuse me of only doing it for money when I was only charging, I think, like $12 a ticket.
Okay, babe. Okay.
So I was like, wait a minute. What am I going to get?
Did that really happen? Somebody accused you?
Yeah. So it was $12 a ticket.
Don't you hate when a bitch don't mind her business?
The room was donated. And so were some of the supplies for our boards. But I still used the funds for food, giveaway gifts, things like that, decoration.
I was going to say.
So I was like, I think I had like $36 left over.
Okay, yeah.
And I was like,
I can't even go to Jack in the Box $36. Like,
I'm telling you.
Okay.
And I felt really... I was really discouraged.
Really?
And I didn't want to do it again.
Okay.
I ended up sending her what I had left. That's how upset I was.
Sending
the girl who
accused you of that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And I was done with it. I don't hold any animosity to her.
Okay.
I feel like that's something mental.
Yeah.
That she's going through.
Okay.
I think it's nothing with me, so I don't take it personal.
So you're not gonna do it with her again?
I will never do it with her again.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the money business.
I'll never speak with her again.
Okay.
We'll never be friends, but I will always have respect for her.
There you go.
And that's probably the only person in my life right now that I've ever felt just didn't like me, but I think it's not me.
Yeah.
But yeah, my husband and some friends were like, look, you are doing something really good.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't stop. And I had a second one. I was like, you know what? To hear these girls, to sit in a room with these women and talk about our past and talk about our accomplishments and talk about overcoming things and cry.
Yeah.
And just feel so empowered when we leave. That's what I do it for.
That's lit.
It's not for anything
Absolutely.
else.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Fuck it.
Yeah.
They're always gonna have somebody an opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mind your fucking business.
You gotta have thick skin when you have a small business.
Oh yeah, you do.
You do.
Yes, you do.
And
Believe
you can't
me.
really let things bother you like that.
Well, I'll tell you what. I've gotten like to the point where I just don't give a fuck anymore. You know what I mean? No, you just have to learn not to give a fuck. There's like this whole group of people that really can't stand me. And I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And real quick before we go to Vera, we talked about, because I've heard you be ridiculed about this, which I think is so shitty.
But people do it.
Which I think, okay, you have is it a skin condition?
It is. So it's a really bad psoriasis. It's called prurigo nodulus. It's something that's not very common. I started getting it when I was probably about 17. And I ended up getting like skin cancer. It wasn't anything terminal.
Okay.
So it was removed and it kind of just spread from there.
Yeah.
And I have it on my arms, hands, and knees. And it's just like little bumps that come and go.
Yeah.
And it's very ugly to say, but I think it makes people feel a little uncomfortable, which I'm not too offended by because I get it. Like if you, and then we have like, what is that stuff called? Monkeypox or whatever.
Oh, monkeypox?
Yeah, so you're like,
do people think you got monkeypox, girl?
Yeah,
no.
it's like, I'm pretty sure some people have thought it.
All right, please.
So, I think it just makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not contagious. It's not anything that I've had passed down to my kids, thank God. It's just, it's more of like a nerve issue.
Yeah.
So my nervous system is not good.
But people will really stare at you at events because I think you made a post about that.
Yes.
Yeah. And
I was actually in the line at McDonald's.
What?
With my daughter.
Can I get a McGriddles, bitch? Like.
She told her friend, bro, what the fuck is on her hand?
Oh.
And
somebody said that on the line?
Yeah, she was getting my money, and she told the girl next to her.
It was the worker?
Yeah.
Oh, bitch, it's McDonald's. So what do you...
I had a moment, because I'm super nice, and I respect people. I just, that's how I am.
Yeah.
But my daughter was with me.
Yeah.
And I lost it. Like, I just looked at her and I said, it's a psoriasis. And she said, I'm sorry. And I said, you asked what the fuck was on my hand.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you,
right.
It's a psoriasis. And you should be a little bit more kinder. I mean, you are at work.
I can't even believe she said that.
And
what the hell?
She was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, yeah, you could have at least waited till I drove off.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
We talk about people when they walk off, but it was just like, dang. And my daughter, she's savage.
Yeah,
Emma is
okay.
savage.
Yeah.
So I drove off and I apologized to Emma, and I was like, Emma, I'm really sorry. Mommy shouldn't have talked like that in front of you. She's like, it's okay, Mom. Handle your business. 'Cause she's tired of it too, probably.
She's a little gangster. Yeah.
But I just learned to treat people with kindness.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's,
I don't mean to sound any type of way when I ask you this, but has it affected business? Like.
I don't think so.
No, okay,
or
good.
I'd like to not say that it has.
Right.
I haven't noticed it. I think majority of my friends know, or majority of my circle or people that I know it's not a big issue.
I didn't feel no type of way about it. Yeah.
But it is awkward. You know, and I understand and I get it. And if people feel a little put off by it, it's not offensive.
Yeah.
just because I'm human and I understand that too. So if I was to see something like that, I would be a little standoffish.
Right.
Because it's, things are going around nowadays and you're like, what the fuck?
That's it. I still get looked at sideways for being gay as fuck.
You know what?
But then I end up sleeping with them, so it doesn't even matter. It really doesn't even matter. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. Like, it is what it is,
I feel like everyone has something wrong with them. So this is mine, and unfortunately, it's more open.
Yeah, I got you. God, Vera, it has been a pleasure having you on this show. I hate that we're on a time restraint. I really do. What's next for you? What can we expect with your business? Because you guys, first of all, you guys have got to buy a fucking candle. I can't wait to invite him over to my house tonight and say, hey, now I have a candle so we can have rubbery sex again. Yeah. What's next for you?
I think my main goal now is to start helping small businesses.
Yes.
I love my small business and I do want to move forward with it.
Can I just break the ice on something real quick? Yeah. I am so sorry that I still haven't reached out to you about the sponsorship. I know I got you now though. Yeah. I got you. We're gonna talk about it after this. Okay. Well, I have to say that about Vera though. Like we didn't know each other, and a lot of you guys don't know me when you guys reach out to support me, and it really means a lot to me. Yeah. And I'm sorry that I haven't reached out to you. I'm just a hot, busy gay mess.
I know. So the more I got to know you, I was like, well, that's okay. That's just how he is.
No.
We'll get there one day.
I love your business. Okay, no, but yeah, you guys are growing. Do you ever want to have your own store?
We do. So I really do want to have a storefront.
Yeah.
I don't want to move fast.
Okay.
Just because I really want to make the right decisions.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to move into something really quick and then have to turn away from it.
Okay, got you.
So my main goal right now is to just get there.
Okay. Yeah. That's what's up. Did we leave anything out that you wanted to share with us? I mean, I know that there was so much that we could have covered, and I have to thank you.
No,
I'm so thankful that you opened up, about your past, and you said that you haven't shared that with a lot of people.
I haven't.
Yeah. So.
No, I feel like coming on the show and just giving people a little bit more of an insight of me. Yeah. A lot of people see me and they think, oh, well, she's just really nice and she has her life together kind of thing. And it's not the case. I really come from a really dysfunctional past.
Okay.
But now it's nice.
It's nice.
It's nice to give your family the life you didn't have.
You deserve all the good things that happen to you. Honestly, you do. You've been so kind. Every time I see you at the events, you're always very kind with me. I don't even think I remember. I didn't even know who you were.
Yeah.
And you were like,
I watch your shit all the time. You better know who I am.
I bought the candle and I bought the spray, which I still have the spray. Yeah. Okay. And I can't wait to go home and light this candle. No, Vera, girl, thank you so much for coming on to the Public Affairs, sharing a little bit about your story. Remind us one more time where we can buy your products, please.
So we have 824cents.com and then also on Facebook, 824 Cents and More LLC. And then I will be Out on the Brazos this Saturday.
Oh.
So yeah. And I'll also be at the Dia de los Muertos.
I'm hosting the Dia de los Muertos. Now this episode will have been, everything would have passed. Yes. Yeah, but I'll see you there.
Well, that's true. So next month we will have the
November.
Christmas.
What we got? Christmas.
The Christmas Expo. So the big Christmas Expo is going to be at the convention center.
Okay.
So we'll be there all weekend. I actually do the events with my best friend, Nicole. So you'll see the banner as Two Besties, One Shop.
Yes.
So we share our booth together. She does tumblers, wreaths. I mean, she's amazing.
She's amazing.
She's legit.
Yeah, I love. You be doing some. I have to get in on one of your events.
Yeah.
Fatboy Michelle Botana made me this huge banner that I've yet to take out.
I
love them. Aren't they great? Yes. But no, anytime you need anything from me as it pertains to your events, please don't ever hesitate to reach out. No, honestly, I think that what you do is amazing. I think that you pushing these small businesses out there. A lot of people have a lot of respect for you, as they should. You're definitely a queen in your own right, and you're a bad bitch. Okay, and you're hot. Your husband's hot. You guys are hot together. Okay, and you guys don't need these candles after a night of unprotected sex.
There you go.
Vera,
hit me up. They're on my website.
Yes, I didn't mean to take it there.
So okay, yeah, it's okay.
Just a little humor. Well, Vera, thank you so much for coming on to this episode of The Public Affair. I truly appreciate you. Best of luck to everything that you have going on in the future. To everybody that tuned in, don't forget you guys can follow her social medias. One more time for the business page.
824 Cents LLC. It's on Facebook. Okay. It's a group. Just because I'm able to put more.
Oh, okay.
And then also we have an Instagram, and then you can find my website. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm all over the place.
Go check her out. Order one of these candles. And guys, I've been smelling it the whole episode. It smells amazing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Before we go, let me give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, Tosoko Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez, located at 3304 Franklin Avenue. They offer team, small group, and individual skills training. They also have elite skills training to make your kid a superb star athlete, darling. Open play on Mondays and Wednesdays for for ages 16 and older at 8:30 p.m. Only $5 to play. Follow on Facebook at Soko Soccer Academy and on Instagram at Soko Soccer 254. They've also got some really lit after school programs in case you want to put your kids in some after school programs, keep them busy. Also some camps during the holidays. So you guys got to check that out. Soko Soccer Academy. Thank you guys so much for being longtime sponsors of The Public Affair. Of course, to Montezuma Boxing with Edward Barragan, a boxing gym dedicated to train you to be a superb boxer and, of course, to get into shape, darling. I've been going to the 5:30 a.m. workout classes. My core is about to be super lit, and so is yes. It's intense, darling. And, of course, you can sign up for the boxing classes as well to improve that hand-to-eye coordination and overall better physical condition. Montezuma is training absolute champions, darling. You can call the number on the screen and follow on Facebook at Montezuma Boxing, Edward Barragan. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Via's Transportation LLC with Pelon Villa and Yasmin Landeros. They provide power-only services locally and over the road at an affordable rate, darling. Also move freight in the dry vans such as box items, palleted materials, most retail dry goods, and more. Yasmin's also out there doing hot shot services. She just started that. She's over there saying she's living her best life. Love me some Yasmin Landeros and Pelon Villa. They're independently owned. Call the number on the screen today for more information. Via's Transportation LLC. Thank you guys so much for being longtime sponsors of The Public Affair. Ooh, you know I got to give it to my girl Sonia's event planning and rentals with Sonia Childers. You know her?
Yes.
Yeah, girl, she's the business. She is the absolute business. She's an event planner that specializes in weddings, quinceañeras, baby showers, corporate events, and more. Appointments only. So take the stress of planning your event off your shoulders by reaching out to her for a consultation at shoulders1994 at yahoo.com or call the number on the screen to Sonia's event planning and rentals. My girl Sonia, you want to talk about a businesswoman too? Just a little side note. I love the way that woman does business.
You tell it.
Okay.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, straight to the point. Crosses her T's and dots her I's. I respect it so much. Shout out to my girl Sonia Childers. Thank you so much for being a longtime sponsor. Of course, the Pollo Box and Audio with my boy Jeffrey Monreal, home for all your LED needs and auto accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures and much more, darling. Definitely a jack of all trade and your one-stop shop to get everything done in one roof. Now, Vera, you know he put the stars in my car. He put the stars in my car, but I got to turn them off now because I got the dark tint. But you could, yeah, anyway. To my boy Jeffrey Monreal, thank you so much for being a longtime sponsor, bro. I truly appreciate you. And of course, you know where I'm going next, all right?
Yes.
Fat Boy Michelada y Botana with my boy Junior Banda, who provides the best Michelada and Botana plates for yourself or for a party. Side note too, they deliver. Yes. He came to my job, to my full-time job in their new Suburban that they bought from Johnny Santos, who won't come on my show. And they sold us all these candies. And Johnny, shout out to you because I want you on the show for real. He has a menu of a ton of different items, including Botana, Bowls, Chamois, pickles, and more locally operated. So make sure you get the best and not the rest. Follow on Facebook and Instagram at Fatboy Michelada y Botana. Place your order now. Like I said, I think that was so lit that it was cute. So smart. I love me some Junior Banda. Thank you so much for everything you do for us. Of course, everybody that tuned into this episode, thank you so much for all the love and support. Of course, I've got more on the way, so make sure you guys keep it locked on The Public Affair. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn your notifications on, please. My girl Vera, thank you so much for coming onto the show. I truly appreciate you breaking down the walls for us, okay? You did perfect. Don't text me talking about you want to take shit out. No, you did great. Okay? And don't forget, darling, to always keep it between us. I can't drink it. It's candle wax.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.